I love movies. I love stories in almost every kind of shape and form. Like whatever kind of thing that it's a story, it's interesting to me. When I was a kid, my father got a big box that was full of VHS tapes. For me, it was like infinite movies. I was like, ah! And I remember that we used to like grab one and watch it like every day or something like that. And it was like, imagine, I don't know, Terminator, and it was like, oh! And every time that you watch one, and it blow your mind, and I was like, and I have infinite amount here. Ah! With movies, it's so much easier because you just sit, you watch for 2 hours, and that's it. So it's very easy to watch a movie. You don't need like for example with TV shows, I hate doing like one episode every week because I forget about what was happening, and I like to watch it all in one go. But with work and life and everything, I can't. Right now I have movies like a coping mechanism. So I do my job and everything, and then it's like, okay, let's go for a movie, and then you sit there. You don't have to talk. You don't have to answer any questions. You don't have to fix anything. You don't have to be in any call. You're just there. You disconnect your brain and you go to another universe for 2 hours, and you're like, the movie can be good, can be bad, whatever, but you don't have to worry about anything for those 2 hours. And it's like, and then it finishes, and it's like, okay, let's face reality again.
What kind of movies you like most?
Ooh, I have a weakness for science fiction and horror. But I end up watching almost everything. I do not enjoy like war movies, absurd patriotism, like feels more like propaganda than real storytelling. If I get a very bad horror movie from the 80s or whatever, and it's like, I cannot resist. I have like, imagine the options, like a very good amazing movie that has won awards or whatever, or that like seems like a huge production, and a shitty horror movie or a shitty science fiction, and it's like, go for this shit. It's so stupid, and they are so, sometimes they are so bad, and you're watching it like, oh my god, I cannot believe that they are so stupid, but it's so much fun to watch them. But yeah, I end up watching everything. Like yesterday we watched Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, and it's like science fiction, drama, comedy, and social critique all in one, and it jumps from like there was a scene. I'm not gonna say everything about the scene, but I was laughing, screaming, and I was there. I could not stop crying. I was like, oh my god! And they keep going on with the scene. I was like, oh my god! And then maybe like 10 minutes later, they were doing a serious drama scene, and I was like, oh, that's okay, I need to change my energy. And then going back to, it was really interesting.
How you pick movies to watch?
Whatever is available that day, we go. Literally. we try to watch the smaller ones that are going to disappear faster from the cinema. So we try to watch those on priority, because they are, if you don't watch them on that week, they are gone. They do. I love Cineworld here because they do that a lot. They do these special passes. Sometimes it's like, imagine, sometimes it's like the 40th anniversary or 30th anniversary or whatever. Award season. They are doing award season. And a few weeks ago we watched Silence of the Lambs, which is from 19.
Yeah, very classic one.
I think. And I have watched that movie as a kid. I did not understand anything. For some reason, I've never watched it as an adult. And we watched it, and I loved it. And I was like, oh my god, this was so good. My movie pal, he's younger. He's like 29 or something. So he has not watched a lot of the main base movies. And every time that they make a special, that I'm like, oh, we have to watch that one. We have to watch that one. Here I watch more old movies at home. 2 years ago, I was doing 70s disaster movies. And I didn't knew that was a thing, but that was a thing that was created, a subgenre that was created in the 70s. Some of them were amazing. Some of them were so bad. You will not believe how bad they were. but I have such a blast watching them and seeing all of the first one that started this disaster movie situation, then the second one, then the third one, then the fourth one, then the fifth one, and you see how they change, how they try to copy, imitate what has been done successfully, and it was very, very interesting. And you get, when I watch a movie like from the 70s or the 60s or the 80s or whatever, it's like time traveling. It's like peeking into the past and seeing through a window. Okay, it's a fake, it's actors, it's stages, whatever, but you're there like peeking through a window to how the past was, how people how people dressed, how people behaved, how people talk, and it was so good.
Yeah.
There were several movies and I never really knew, but it was a movie in the 50s, then they made a newer version, which was the one that I knew, in the late 70s, then they made another one in the 90s, then they made another one in the 2000s, and then they made another one in the 2010s.
And the same story?
Same story.
Oh, okay.
But they changed it and reinterpret the story and adapt it to, and it was super interesting to see the same thing done differently by different generations and different movie makers and different actors and everything, and one focused more on action, one focused more on the drama of the situation, and it was like watching the same movie as a result of different decades, and that was super interesting, and I never knew that there were so many and that they were all the remake of the same story. That was really cool.
Okay. If I want you to name a few favorite movies, what they will be?
I always go for the ones pre-2000s for some reason, because when I was a teenager, a kid, it's when they have the bigger impact on you, I think, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I will say definitely The Matrix. If I have to pick one, it will be probably the first or the second, when the second was released, and then they did all the Animatrix, and then the third one was released, and I was so into it. And it was back in the day where there was no YouTube or anything, and I remember this vividly. I was in my technical high school, and they released the trailer not the trailer, but the first one, which is the Flight of the Osiris, I think, which was in CGI, done by Square Enix. Oh, and I started watching it and I was like, no, I have to watch this at home properly, not here in a shitty school monitor or anything. For the third movie, when it was released, we went to a big cinema that there is in Madrid, and it was the only IMAX screen in Spain. And it was three friends, and I was dressed as Neo, my female friend was dressed as Trinity, and my other friend was dressed as Morpheus. And it was such an amazing experience. And Alien, and it's very hard for me also to choose between Alien 1 and Alien 2, because I love them both a lot. The movies, those will be like my favorite ones. But it's so hard to choose, because then you also have Terminator 1 and 2, you have Back to the Future. If I have to choose, I will say those two.
Have you watched any Chinese movie gave you lots of impression?
Wandering Earth.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah,
so good. Just the concept is so unique and so smart. Like, I've never thought of that. Like, the sun is exploding supernova, and suddenly they put all of these propellers in Earth to move the Earth, so the Earth.
I think they got some inspiration from 3-Body.
Oh, that was very good too. I have only watched the Netflix, the American version.
How about the Kung Fu movie? Because as a Chinese people, I thought many foreigners like to watch Chinese Kung Fu movie.
You know, so my brother, I have an older brother, and he didn't have but when he get into something, he got so passionate about that thing. So he got super fan of Jackie Chan, and he had all of the movies of Jackie Chan in VHS, and I've watched all of them. I love them. And yeah, also Jet Li, he also I don't know if he had all of the Jet Li movies, but he had a lot of them. You know, and we watched in this a few years ago, it was the last Bruce Lee Fury of the Dragon. I don't remember the last one where he does the classic yellow suit and everything. And I have never watched that one. and we watched it in the cinema, and it was so good. I was like, oh damn, this is so cool. And the action scenes were amazing, but the movie itself was really good.
No, I also know you like Japanese animations. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your top ones?
Ooh. Okay, let's go with anime movies first. I love Studio Ghibli, Spirited Away, amazing. Mononoke Hime, Princess Mononoke, amazing. Nausicaa, amazing. Kiki's Delivery Service, Howl's Moving Castle, I love. Well, there is too many, but let's not account for those. Your Name, that one is more recent. Your Name,
Yeah.
oh my god, it's so good. The Girl Through, what was it? The Girl Who Leaped Through Time, so good too. And well, obviously, yeah, okay, Akira. Akira came out in the cinemas when I was 17, and I didn't watch it in the cinemas back then because I didn't know what it was. But then I watched it a few years later at home, and I was like, I haven't understood anything, but it's amazing. And I was like, what? It blew my mind. But it needs a few, not only watching the movie, but also reading the story in there. Satoshi Kon, I think, is the guy that directed them, that did Perfect Blue, which is like a psychological horror thriller or something like that. Perfect Blue, Paprika, and Tokyo Godfathers, I think it was. Those are the first one that comes to my mind for
About
movies.
the series?
For series, okay. Yeah, basic, but Dragon Ball, I mean, I love it. It's and I didn't enjoy Dragon Ball GT, but Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Super, I love. During COVID, I watched the Naruto, and I really like it, especially Shippuden. Was really good, and I did it with all of the fillers. So hey, not recently, but last year we finished it. Attack on Titan. Wow, mind blowing. So, okay, so I will say Dragon Ball, Attack on Titan, Full Metal Alchemist, so good, so good, and Naruto.
How about the Indian movies?
Oh, I have watched a lot of Indian, but you know, my movie friend is Indian and he hates Indian movies. And my other friend Divya, she likes them, but she lives very far away, so maybe we only go when there is a specific one that she wants to watch. But Indian movies are crazy. All of them have the plot of boy meets girl, and then they sing a song, and then they get married, and then that always happens. And then there's like the romance part, and sometimes there is some comedy, but then suddenly someone dies or someone kills themselves or something, and you're like, what is this? And then they get like super dramatic, and then there's a lot of action, like crazy action. For Indian movies, my favorites are RRR, which is like a very big production, and Bahubali, which is a very big production, like actors that have like very big careers and everyone loves them. So when you go to watch it in the cinema and it's full of Indian people, and when the actor steps in the screen, they all start screaming. And first time I was not expecting that, and I was like, what's happening? Like maybe like 10 minutes into the movie, or I was like, what happened? And now they do that all the time, and I enjoy that.
As a Spanish, what's your favorite Spanish movie?
Ooh. When I was growing up in Spain, I did not enjoy Spanish culture at all. It always felt like super cheap or low effort, or only like misery and sex. But I have seen a few good Spanish movies, mostly horror. How is it? Veronica. Veronica is a horror movie. It's so good. And it's based on real events.
The movie you are expected in the coming, let's say, 1 or 2 years.
Okay, obviously Avengers Doomsday that comes at the end of this year. I'm so looking forward to that one. I'm a big, huge Marvel fan. When I was a kid, I have a few comics, and they were mostly X-Men, some Hulk, and some Iron Man, and some Spider-Man. But the X-Men were my favorite by far. Okay, the way that I was raised, I was almost always grounded, and the way that I was grounded was like no electricity. So I could not play video games, I could not use the computer, I could not watch TV. So what did I have? The books, the comics. So I was reading the same comics again and again and again, and I love it so much. So when they did the X-Men movies, Fox during the 2000s, they were so bad. I hated them so much, and I was like, how can they do this with the amazing stories, amazing characters, amazing setup? How can they screw it up so much? How can they make this shit? And I was like, damn, this is so horrible. And in this one, in Doomsday, it's going to, because Disney now has bought the Fox and they have the rights to do the X-Men, so they are going to use all of the characters like the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, the Deadpool, the X-Men. They're going to put them all together in a movie, and it's the old actors from the Fox movies, and I'm so looking forward to finally, hopefully, see the X-Men done properly. So I'm really looking forward to that one. So next year is the Avengers Secret Wars. And in that one they will soft reboot the universe. And after that one they will start with mutants, with the X-Men. So they will finally be doing proper movies for the X-Men. I'm so excited for that.
That's cool. For the people who are watching this interview, what do you want to talk to them?
I will say, well, if you ever get the chance to leave your comfort zone and move to a different place, even if it's just for a while or just for a few years, do it. Do it. Even if it seems that everything's against you, even if you cannot properly speak the language, even if you are terrified of everything that can happen, do it. It's going to give you so many, it's going to make you grow as a person, it's going to give you a lot of opportunities, it's going to get you to meet amazing people like Shawan, it's going to get you to, it's going to put you in contact with so many people from so many different backgrounds, situations, cultures, languages and everything, and it's so amazing. It's hard, obviously, but it's completely and totally worth it. When I go back home and I reconnect with my friends and I love them all, but it feels sometimes like their lives are kind of like the same, and they are in the same places, in the same relationships, and it's beautiful, but at the same time it's like, oh, you are missing all of these adventures that I have. You are not meeting all of these people. You are not having all of these experiences. You're not having all of these opportunities that I have. And if you don't like it, or if it doesn't work out, you can always come back home. So it's not that bad after all, but it's very scary, but totally worth it, yeah.
Cool. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.